So in order to practice this more, and we're going to do this throughout the semester, I have here to show you the Rogers CPA Act. You'll have access to these weekly. It's CPA exam questions for the FAR section. And this one is actually a simulation based, which is how you're going to see it on the exam. So we're going to go through this one real quick together. On January 1, year 1, Stowe Pasco issued an 8% 5-year bond with a face value of $200,000. The bonds pay interest semi-annually on June 30th and December 31 each year. The bonds were issued when the market interest rate was 4%, and the bonds proceeds were $235,931. And basically, they're asking, given the same exact stuff we've been doing, what is the entry on January 1, year 1, and prepare the journal entry of the payment of interest on June 30th for year 1, and then they also want it for year 2. So we're going to start with just year 1. So go back, and I encourage you, pause this and try to do it on your own. It's a great practice, and again, you will have access to the simulation as well, so you can practice these weekly as they go on. So just to go over again, how do we set up the problem? Keep in mind that Stowe Pas is actually the issuer here, and what we have going on is, so we have a face value of $200,000. They're saying fair value of $235,000, and this is the issuer. Okay, semi-annual interest rate. It's actually it's 8% bond, so the coupon is 8%. Okay. And the market rate was 4%. So you know, give us the semi-annual interest rate then is times 4%. So I just have that here. So when they issued the bond, since this is the issuer, they receive the amount that is the fair value. So they actually getting the money. So this is cash received. It's a debit, and they have a bond payable for the face. That's is how much they actually owe. What is the difference? The difference is the $35,931, and that is the premium on bond payable. So because the market rate is lower than the coupon rate, they have a premium here. So that is the first entry that they want you to put in. And then what happens is for the second entry, we have interest expense. What is the interest expense? We have that be the carrying value times the market rate, which is semi-annually, it's 2%, and then amortization of the premium. How much of the premium do we get rid? It's the difference between the semi-annual coupon and the true interest expense. Okay, and that way it both ends up at the correct amount. So to look back at the solution, we have these first two correct. Okay. And then the second one as well, correct. And I encourage you to work through the second part of this question. And this comes up over and over again. Is you want to make this table as you work through these problems, and then all the answers end up coming out pretty naturally.